Hi, Chris Giles here, Senior Sales Engineer for Solera Australia. This roundtable has been an interesting experience so far. What I've learned is that we don't yet have any understanding or governance around where we're going to be taking the world of sustainability. All of the repairer community are waiting with bated breath to see what will happen from the insurer companies, where they're going to take their stance on sustainability. I don't think that that's going to happen in a very short space of time, and I think we're all really looking for what the government is going to be telling us, and then that will push down to the insurers and that will push down to the repairer community, or the government may go towards the repairer community directly and put some governance around this. But at the moment, we have no governance or understanding about what the legislations will be when it comes to the collision repair industry.
Hi, I'm Tracy Richards, Managing Director at Jeff Richards Panel Beating in Dubbo, along with my husband Todd. We are a 3-generation family repair business. We've just been discussing as a group the environmental, social and governance aspect of the panel repair industry and how this is everyone's responsibility for the future. I think moving forward, it's going to be something that all of us are going to have to implement. However, for that to be implemented, it needs to be quantified, and we also need to have the output there that we know we need to measure against. As a group, hopefully we can come together with some ideas that everyone can implement to really make the future better for all of us.
Hi, I'm Gary Wilcox from a company called Monit. We've been in business now for over 24 years, and we do basically compliance, workplace health and safety, and other compliance matters. And so when ESG came along, it was something that obviously we were attracted to because we supply the business world, so we do business to business. And when we saw this coming in, the ESG, which stands for Environmental Social Governance, we didn't know what it was when we started reading about it, and then we realised, oh dear, how is the business owner going to cope? And so then we started to look more and more into it. I'm from the panel trade originally, and so I thought there's no way they can possibly do all of this without some support. So we looked around and we realised there was nobody else here, so we had to do it. So then we've since developed tools, software, processes and other things so that anybody that is faced with any ESG challenges, we're fine, we've got that covered already. And it's probably, from speaking now, probably a couple of years away from the average panel shop out there.
Hi, I'm Clarissa from DSI Panels in Melbourne. We have 3 sites and I'm here for the roundtable discussion with Paint Panel today. At the moment we're discussing the environmental impact, and my opinion is obviously that the most important thing is education. So whether that is not just for the business owners but also the insurance companies and all the shareholders, but the suppliers as well, and obviously the staff. So that's the biggest thing for me, is in educating staff so that they're aware of all the requirements and the legislation and the consequences as well, because at the end of the day, if there ever is an incident or an issue, everybody's impacted. So for me, I think the most important thing is education.
Steve O'Brien, founder of iBody Shop. Today has been quite an enlightening experience, but talking about the environmental issues facing body shops. And I feel where we can help most is create an environmental dashboard in iBody Shop that will collate all the necessary data they need for reporting, such as electricity use, fuel use, parts, transport use. So yeah, it's been an excellent experience. I think we'll go away and have a little subcommittee and make sure we can deliver for our customers. Part of the end dashboard would be then to actually use that data to educate the public, and then not only the public, insurers and the broader community on what it actually costs to maintain all these environmental issues, but also the benefits of it as well, and the fact that this industry is really starting to do something about the environment for the future, make it all nice and sustainable.
I'm Adam O'Sullivan. I'm the EGM of the ACM Parts business, part of the AMA group. We are the largest recycler of parts in Australia. We dismantle 500 to 600 vehicles a month for the reuse of parts and put those parts back through the repair and mechanical workshops throughout Australia. I think it's very important the work we do in that space. I think the environmental benefits of using a reclaimed or a recycled part are huge. I think some of the barriers to why we don't use more recycled parts in Australia are there is no incentive. So from an insurance company perspective, the repairers aren't incentivised enough to use a recycled part versus a new part. So there's challenges in that space to make it a worthwhile process. There are significant environmental benefits if they do use them. I also think there should be more consumer-led behaviour around a green policy that would path more product through that repair cycle because a customer is choosing to have their car repaired in a more environmentally friendly manner.
Okay, my name's Chris Douglas. I'm from Auto Partnered Solutions. It's a multidisciplinary consulting firm, works with the automotive recycling industry and associated industries to help them become more efficient and profitable in what they do. One of the key focuses we have is on the environmental aspect, obviously, from a recycling perspective. And our view is that, obviously reuse is the best form of recycling. And I think it forms a big part of what we're talking about here today from an ESG perspective. A lot of the work that I've done in different parts of the world, like the UK, it's become really evident that recycled parts, or what they call green parts in the UK, is really important, both from a legislative perspective, but also from insurance companies looking at their environmental, footprint and where they want to be. I think one of the key things here that we need to be doing as an industry, and all the different stakeholders from government through to insurers, the collision repairers, the automotive recyclers, we need to be talking more, and we need to be building those relationships and understand one another's businesses better. And by doing that, we'll understand also what we each need to do to support one another from an environmental perspective, so that it's not just a cost burden on us, but an opportunity for us to grow with it.
Okay. Yeah, as people have commented, the collection of data is really critical to doing anything going forward. In the old days, you only collected data if you needed it. These days, quite often you have to collect it and you're not knowing the need. But in order to get some benefits and mine it later on, you really need as much as you can without possibly knowing the benefit of it. The other important aspect of data is when you're dealing with large OEMs, insurers, even the paint companies, the more data you've got, the more credible your arguments tend to be when you're trying to support things.
Yes, my name's Brett Leslite, Regatta Motor Body Repairs in Sydney. We're here talking about the environment and the legislations and so forth that the insurance companies and corporate Australia have to put in place, and running down to our businesses and what effects it will happen to our businesses ourselves. It's a difficult situation. We're all here as small businesses and trying to work out the process and get it through as most efficiently as possible and cost effective as well. That's going to be the biggest issue for us, is the cost involved and on taking that to in the repair costs. So here we go. Thank you.
Hi, it's Mark Williams here from a company called Lowbake Australia. We are equipment suppliers specialising in manufacture and installation of paint spray booths and paint shops in particular. We are very focused on today's topics with energy reduction systems, energy monitoring systems, and of course general design, world-class design to reduce the energy that's used in the painting process of cars. Okay, look, there is a huge challenge in the industry, and it's great to be part of this forum today. We have solutions for reduction in energy usage in our equipment. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for work providers to recognise that this is a requirement in industry, and of course contribute to the cost of this equipment, because it's not cheap, but it is available, and hopefully in the future we will start rolling it out.